Hi everyone, welcome back to the next instalment of the Lancelot album. So Lancelot is the 5th kit I've designed specifically for Cool Katz Crafts, where you can buy a cover kit and there's whole tutorials to go with them. So we've already assembled it and we've done page 1. So here we go now with page 2. Since the last video, I was writing all the measurements down because my printer was playing up, but since then I decided, right, I've got to go and have it fixed, and it's all been done. So I've managed to get the cutting guide sorted for you. So if you'd like the free cutting guide, make sure you join my Facebook group called Paper Crafting with Paul. There'll be a link in the description below, and also to the Cool Katz shop for you to be able to get the kit. If you go to the file section in Paper Crafting with Paul, you can download the PDF for free. So we're on to page 2. Now page 2, if we look at my practice run 1, is 2 flaps and this little belly band then to put your photo mats in. So it's quite a nice, easy one. So let's put the papers. Oh yeah, so we're using Songs of the Sea again, and I am going to try and see if I can get the whole album from the 112 by 12. We can put our album aside, and for this one I can actually use quite a bit of my scraps because there's nothing too big on page 2. So we've got 2 pieces, A and B, 2 of A. So A is the flaps, so let's have a look. I should be able to get them. Oh, I'll get them both out this one. 6 1/4. Now my 6 1/4 on this is an awkward one because it's in the middle of this. I've got a little pencil line here. Let's have a look. Just make sure it's fitting onto the page. Yep, 6 1/4. By 2 inches. So I'm going to cut it at 4 because I need 2 of them, and then slide it down to the 2. So. And then we need the belly band piece, which is 4 inches tall by 7 1/4 wide. So let's have a look. Is this going to be 4? Not quite. Let's go through these scraps. That's not 4 either. Am I going to have to? No, I've got one. So 4 by 7 1/4. I need my longer arm. Set it aside. So, scoreboard ready. And just like all my other tutorials, I have this little code. OT means on top. That is the edge you place on the top of your scoreboard. And R means rotate your cardstock 180 degrees. So, 2A, these are the flaps. With a 2 inch on top, score at, so 2 inch on top at 1/2 inch. There's my 1/2 inch, and the same on the other one. And then the 2B is 4 inches by 7 1/4, 7 1/4 on top at 1/2 inch. Rotate 1/2 inch. Just 1/2 inch on both the short sides. So we can put that away. And in all those channels, those 1/2 inch channels I've created, I'm just going to take my strong double-sided tape. So the 2 flaps down the centre of that 1/2 inch. And on the belly band one, down the 2 1/2 inch channels each side. There we go. Now whilst I'm here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to round off my flaps. So with this, I've got this 3-in-1 corner rounder. So I'm using the largest one here, and I'll use the medium one when I come to do my patterned papers. So there we go. We finished with the scoring cutting. Let's just get rid of that. We don't need the corner rounder anymore. I'm just going to bring in my Teflon tool. I'm just going to burnish the 2 flaps back, and the same with the flaps. What I am going to do with the flaps is, because they're going onto the edge, I'm just going to miter on those 1/2 inch pieces, just taking off a little tiny triangle. So instead of it being square like that, it's just going to be a little bit narrower. That means you're not going to have anything overhanging on your page. There we go. So there's the 3 elements made. I told you this was a nice easy page. Let's open up our Lancelot. Oh, that's the finished one. I want the Songs of the Sea one. I'm on to page 2. So I'm going to just take off the tape, and I'm going to line this first one towards the top, and the other one on the bottom. And then let's have a look if there's going to be an easy way to measure this. So let's have a look. So I've lined up my belly band with the top, and I'm going to measure how much space I've got left. So 7 inches left, which means if you want to smack bang in the middle, just mark 1/2 of 7 is 3.5. So if we do a line at 3.5, the top and bottom should be evenly spaced. Let's have a look. And then just place the belly band across the centre. So now what we have, a flap and a belly band for nice tall photo mats. And now it's just a case of decorating. So you need to have a think now across both pages, I think, to see what we're going to do, because you're going to see a full image there and there. So let's have a look. She work. No, we're going to chop off her head if we use her on the other side. This is what we've got to be careful of here. She's going to be cut in half. This actually, yeah, this won't work. Let's go for this. Now, the Lancelot has been designed to be paper efficient, because when you take your 12 by 12 paper and you cut it in half at 6, it does mean we have these pieces which fit on both sides. So I can keep this for the next page. The pages are 11 inches, so 10 3/4. I'm going to take my 10 3/4 off. Let's have a look. If I take them off the bottom, we have lovely borders, I think. Yeah, that's the way to go. So I'm going to put this one aside for now. That'll come for page 3. And if I remember correctly, these ones, I designed the flaps to fit these two. So let's bring that corner rounder, and this time I'm using the middle one. So I've used large, now medium, and with this one, make sure we do the top. So we've got our flaps from what is essentially the cutaway. So you see said I was quite economical with this one. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open these two flaps. Make sure I'm in shot. Can I zoom out a tiny bit maybe? There we are. It's a little bit better. Let's just move it into shot. There we go. So I'm going to place it central, top and bottom, and then move it to the... No, actually, I can leave it central. And this is where my belly band is. I'm marking the top and the bottom of the belly band. And when I come to cut it, I'm going to make it, so the bottom piece, I want to make it slightly longer, so I'm going to move it across just a little tiny bit. So that will now fit, and just go slightly under the belly band. Flip it around, and I want to make this one a little bit longer. So the pencil lines are there. Move it over just a tiny bit more. So now I have 3 pieces which will pattern continuation going on. So it all looks like it's been one piece, like so. So let's just grab my ink. Just got some black distress ink here. And just quickly ink those edges. So those ones, and whilst I'm here, I'll do the tags for the flaps as well. Okay, there we go. And now we're just going to start gluing. Oh, the back was nice on these as well. So let's put this on the top flap. This one's on the bottom flap. And then start work on the middle. So these pieces, the top and bottom piece, will fit slightly under the belly band. Just the tiniest bit. And then the middle piece. and the bottom. Just tuck it under. There we go, that's the central portion already decorated. So that's all I need now is a piece to go on the inside of these flaps. Now what I'm going to do is I can either use what I cut off from page 1 and put them in, but I don't feel like that quite goes. So what I can do is just have a little look through at the end if I've got anything. Oh, actually I've got some of the brown. That would go, wouldn't it? Yes, let's go for that, and then I'll get it done then. So this is now going to be 6 inches by 1 1/4. 1/4, 2 1/2. Would be 2 of them. Oh, there's 2 1/2 already. There we go. So again, using that medium one, making sure it's on the top of one of them if you've got a directional paper. I don't think this one would have mattered much. And on the bottom of the other one. So I've got one to go there, and I've got one to go there. So again, just quickly ink the edge. This is the one for the top, because those curved bits are on the top, and this is the one for the bottom. So that's all the flaps made, decorated, the belly band is done. So all I need now is a closure. So what I've decided to go for is a folio closure. Now, these take a little bit of time, so I haven't started these on scratch on camera because I've got videos specifically for closures and Cool Cat quickies where I've done these before. These are the Cool Katz perfect circles, and they come with a little hole in the middle, so it's perfectly central, making these really easy to do. I've just glued 2 of the circles together to make a top, put the brad through with a loose one underneath, which means I've got a little space in between. As I said, I've got a video on this anyway, so have a look at that. I'll try and link it in the description below as well, so you can find it easily. But they are easy to make, and they're just finishing off your album nicely. So I've got some tape, I'll add some glue. Let's bring in my ruler. So my paper was 6 inches wide, which means 3 inches would be the middle. Right there. And then I've done another one exactly the same for the bottom. So again, just going to find the center, 3 inches. Oops, let's add some glue to make sure it stays down. Because when I put my cord and things on this, it's going to have quite a bit of tension on it. So that glue is just going to hold it down. Now, normally I would let that then dry before doing this because I don't want to be lifting it up. So what I would do is tie this a couple of times around. This is a 1mm wax coat. So the wax is really good because it sort of melts and holds it all in place. And then tuck it under, cut it off. And then what you would do is you would measure it by going up through that gap. So what you try not to do is to lift it off because that glue hasn't had time to dry yet. Take it around as many times as you want. Now normally I would do it tighter than this, but of course I'm trying to be careful not to pull it up, just to show you what to do. And then I've got 2 more circles done. So this has got paper on both sides. I'm going to just tape it into the middle and there. And then that is page 2 finished. So you've got these nice little flaps here to hold your photo mats in place behind this belly band with a nice folio closure. Now I am going to take this off. I don't want it trying to pull itself off. There we go, until those 2 have dried. So thank you for watching page 2. Hope you're enjoying this journey so far. I will move on to number 3 and use that other side of this paper that we had, so that we got that pattern going on. So if you want to know when that video is live, please hit that subscribe button, because then you'll get that notification telling you about it. Please leave me a comment, it does mean a lot. If you want to join in and want the cutting guide, make sure you head to Paper Crafting with Paul, which is my Facebook group, and go to the file section. It'll be in there free of charge, just download it. If you do want the album cover kit, then have a look in the description. I'll have a link to the Cool Katz shop. So thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you again for page 3.